Okay, what we have here is a Teac X7R. I got this for $200 out of a storage unit that's been stored for 20 years. The machine itself is absolutely spotlessly clean. I've never seen one quite like this before, but not being used for 20 years kind of explains the whole thing. I took the top cover already off of this, as you can tell. And what I'm going to hopefully show you guys is how to replace the capstan belt. Now this one, unlike other decks I've worked on, has not turned into a gooey mush. So I got fortunate there, but I will slowly take this apart, hopefully give you direction on how to replace the capstan belt and also the tape counter while I'm in there. There are a couple other videos out there on YouTube, but unfortunately they do it in a fast motion, which is completely pointless to me. If you're doing it that fast, there's no way that you can possibly see the intricacies of how to do this without breaking anything. So hopefully this video will help you guys out, not just XR7, but the X10R is somewhat similar to this. But we'll start with getting the circuit board out of the way. From other videos, they take the board off by unplugging these plugs from the PC board, but I'm going to try to do that without taking the board completely apart as far as unplugging it, but I will do that first and slowly guide you through this. Just to let you know, on these knobs in the front of the deck, they're held in with Allen screws. You're going to have to remove all of those. And this knob also as well, they have Allen screws. That's the only way you can get those off. The other knobs that go over on top of that, they just press on. So I thought I'd let you know about that too. These here, from what I can tell, the tape guides, those stay with the panel from what I can see so far. Through experimentation, this screw, that screw, and this screw, and then there's another one down here, one there, and one there that attach the circuit board to the frame. Those do not have to be removed. The one here by the motor, that has to be removed. And this one over here, which I already have out, that needs to be removed. And then you have another one at the bottom of the board. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see here. You can see my screwdriver down here. This one down here, that has to be removed as part of this bracket, just like up there. And then you've got one on this side here too. That has to be removed. Once you remove all four of those screws, this entire panel will come off. I mean, you'll have to remove it from the deck, but you got a bunch of wires attached to it, so be very careful, and you want to tilt the board up. So, in other words, the board will go up this way on top of the deck, and then that should give you access to the capstan motor, which we'll find out here shortly. Okay, on this, you will have to take the bracket off the back of the motor, which goes right here. That has to come off. The circuit board attaches to that, and it looks like, yes, if you can get that wire unstrapped, then you may not have to take these pieces, disconnect those. You may not have to disconnect those, but I would probably try to, just because it makes it a lot easier to maneuver that board around. But that's just my take on that. I'm going to try to do that without taking that off, unplug it, so we'll see. Okay, I am removing the board on the other motor as well. As you can tell, it's right there. Undo that, and then this bar will come off. And the other bar, which is in my hand, that attaches to that motor, and that's where the circuit board attaches to. As you can tell, the circuit board is moving freely. I just have to either undo this wire strap, or to get more room for the wire so I get the board up on top of the deck, and or I'm going to have to unplug these gently because that board, you got to remember, is 25 plus years old at this point. So this is delicate. You need to definitely take your time, and we'll continue tearing into this X7R. All right, I got one connector disconnected from the board. It's really time consuming, but you definitely want to not break this. So what I've been basically using, I've been using jeweler's screwdrivers. I don't know if you can even see this. Like this, and another one like this, to get between here to slowly pry up on it. And then once I get enough clearance between the board and the plug, then I'll use that even a bigger screwdriver to just gently pry this back and forth off. So you got to do that one, this one, which will be the next one. That'll be a time consumer. This one and this one. Once you do that, the board should be free to lift up on top of the deck. I got the deck right now on its side. But like I say, I'm trying to make this video as informative as possible for people that like to take things slowly like myself. And having a video, like I mentioned earlier, speed through it at 100 miles an hour is not going to do you or me any good. All right, there's the second one. Just got that one undone. That wasn't too bad. Like I say, just prying it gently with those screwdrivers I showed you. So I got two more left. Gonna take my time, and then hopefully I should be able to invert that board completely out of my way to gain access to the cap stands. All right, got them apart. As you can see, all these wires, plugs are now completely separated from the board. So the next portion of this video, you'll see the board on top of the deck if I'm successful at this. Okay, got the board off. Got it inverted on top of the deck, which the deck right now is sitting on its face, as you can tell. There's your two motors. There's your capstan motor directly in the middle right here. And then in order to keep this circuit board, which still has a frame attached to it, which bolts to the motor right here, to keep it from flapping around, I went over here. There is two screws. One's right here and one's on over there. I took the screw out, and the bracket that the board's attached to, I just took the screw and put it right through that bracket into the bracket that's part of the frame of the deck to keep this board, as you can tell, is not moving around. So now I can access the capstan motor and the dual capstans. I'm going to try to take this board, try to unscrew it. If not, there is a connector right here that I might remove instead. I'm not sure what process I'm going to use just yet, but I got to get that has to be taken out of the way so I can unscrew the plate where the capstan is. There's one there, there's one there, one there, and then one clear underneath this board, obviously. Those have to come off, and then you get access to the capstans and the belt and all that's under there. And then may or may not have to remove these three bolts, or screws I should say, for the capstan motor. But we'll see. I will. Okay, update on this. That board, if you can see, is glued, or should I say the bracket that board is mounted to next to the capstan motor is glued to the frame. So I'm not even going to try to take that off. What I will do in this place is take this white connector right here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to disconnect this, just pull in a plug, just like I did on the circuit board with all the others. And then once I do that, I should be able to unbolt this and have total access to the belt and capstans. And depending on what condition it is, I may not have to lube anything. This deck, you got to remember, came out of a storage unit. It's been sitting for 25 years, completely sealed up. So we'll see what condition the grease is in and go from there. All right, I got those 4 screws that I was telling you about out. This one right here, that one in the corner, and there's 2 in the bottom. Once you do that, the circuit board, I left it alone, like I mentioned earlier. Once you take those 4 bolts off, the capstan motor, by the way, that stays on the on this plate. Once you take that board, or the screws off that board, that piece will come off, and I'm going to try to get in here to give you an idea of what that all looks like. So it's one long belt, it's 16 inches, and You can't really see it that great. I'm trying to get a better picture of it. But you can see the belt, see the two capstans, one towards me and the one in the back, and then the capstan motor goes in between those two capstans, and the belt goes around the capstan motor, like right. See how that goes around the capstan and then around the motor. On the other side of the motor, it goes to the other capstan and it loops around. So that's how that is. So a little bit intricate, but it's not that complicated. I mean, you just got to basically take your time. Everything looks good. Actually, that belt looks really good considering how old this. That's probably the original belt, but I'm changing it anyway since I got it apart. Along with a counter belt, which is right. Counter belt's right there. And from the looks of things, I'm probably going to have to take not the take-up reel, but the one of the reel motors off, this one right here, and to access the other side of the counter belt, the pulley that's underneath. Yeah, probably can access it when I take that motor off, so we'll see. But anyway, I did go ahead and take the capstan motor out of that plate. It's just much easier to maneuver that plate so I can actually change the belt, not to mention the fact that I can go ahead and clean the capstan pulley. As you can tell, there is no mush goo to deal with. The two other decks I've done in the past, realistic TR3000s, the belts were just an absolute mess. I mean, they just flew what was left of the belt all over the place and just gooped up everything. It took me more time cleaning up the damn belt mess than it did changing the belt on the TR3000s. This, in comparison, is a piece of cake. As you can tell, this deck from the inside is absolutely spotless. Probably be about the only deck I'll ever see in my lifetime that's this clean. That circuit board that I propped up, there's another one. Thing is huge at the bottom of the deck. It's hidden in the cabinet, so the electronic circuitry they use on these decks is pretty intense. Very impressed. One thing's for certain, Teac did made some damn good decks. They were stout, and if you took care of them, they'll probably outlast. All right, motor is out of the way. I just kind of flung it over onto the transformer. Here's the plate that the motor bolts to, which obviously bolts to the capstans, and there is your dual capstans and the belt, which is surprisingly still in one piece. That board that I was telling you that was glued to the plate, I went ahead and once I got the plate away from the deck itself, I was able to pull this plug out right here. This plug right here will pull out. That, by the way, is the motor servo control that controls the speed of the capstan motor. The TR3000's got one just like it. This one's probably looks a little bit shorter than the TR3000. Anyway, you disconnect that and you can pull the plate out completely. Here's the original belt on the tape deck. I am really surprised at the age that thing's actually in one piece. But the beauty of this is I can measure the new one to make sure it's the exact same size, which a lot of the times you can't do that when the belt just turns into mush. One more thing, in order for you to get the belt off completely, you will have to take, there's two set screws, if you can see them in the back of the reel motor. This would be your left motor as you're standing in front of the deck. There's two set screws there. You gotta unscrew those, don't take them out completely, and take this, it's the brake hub basically. That slides off the motor. Once you do that, you can remove the belt and then change it. And then you can pull that panel just about completely off. Just be careful with the wires. Okay, I've got the reel table brake completely off the deck now, and you can see the belt laying there. At this point, the belt, what's left of it, I'm talking about the counter belt, the belt will slide underneath this. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but you can get it off, and the new one will go back on. At that point, all you got to do is put the, you want to spread this apart like this, so you can put the pulley back on the reel motor. That's all there's to it. A little bit complicated to get it off, but it can be done without breaking anything. So that's it. Hopefully this video has helped you out. And that's it.